It's been a day of remembrance, and as we look towards the weather, they certainly had some good weather to be out there for that. But we have had some beautiful days and a little bit of haze too.
Yeah, and we talk about September 11th, the blue sky that we saw. You know, that type of patterns, once you get into mid-September, is not uncommon in the East Coast, the clear blue skies. We're kind of in a similar pattern now where we have really nothing to bring us any rain chances, at least in the short term. What I'm hoping for is that we can get some amount of rain. We really do need it. So let's go ahead and talk about where we are with current temperatures. We're into the 80s. We do have relatively calm or light winds, depending on where you are, but temperatures into the 80s currently. Clear skies for the most part. There are a couple of clouds that are developing here and there, especially to the west. We are seeing radar remain relatively quiet, but there have been a couple of clouds that have developed farther to the south and west, even farther to the south. There's one little very isolated shower. That's all we've got on radar showing up in all of central Indiana, really in all of Indiana at this point, although there's a little bit more activity farther to the south. Going to watch that, but really it is a very dry pattern, at least through tomorrow and really into the early part of your Saturday. It's very dry. We could use the rain. We don't want to start getting into a fire weather situation where we get dangerous concerns, but as the temperatures go up, and they are certainly going up, they're into the 80s currently, but once we start cracking 90s, that's only going to add to the concern for things getting very, very dry. 84 is where we currently sit, but Terre Haute's sitting at 88, 84 for Bedford as well. There's an 86 for Bloomington. Those are some of the warmer locations. I think we'll do better than that as we look to tomorrow. Low temperatures are going to drop down into the 60s. So what's interesting about this is with the air being so dry and the soil being so dry, we're really able to cool down quite a bit overnight, even though we're able to get back close to 90 by the afternoon. That's what we expect. We'll do 88 for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine expected. It's going to be a day just like what we saw today, maybe just a little bit warmer. And I think we're going to see that trend continue. The question is going to remain, how's it looking as we head into the weekend? Well, for Operation Football on Friday night, looking pretty good. Starting out in the 80s and then seeing the temperatures cool back down through the 70s. I think you may actually be a little bit surprised at how quickly we go from those very warm temperatures back down into more comfortable temperatures. Once we lose that heating of the day, we'll do so pretty quickly and the temperatures will be able to drop yet again. Let's talk future track, not because of what you see, but because of what you don't see. It's going to remain quiet through this evening into the overnight, into your Friday, into Saturday as well. I'm just going to let it run, but what's the most interesting part about this is going to be when we get to the end of this model run. Through Saturday, notice a few of the clouds building. Now, the question is how much moisture we're going to be able to squeeze out if anything tries to move our way. This model's been very bullish. It hasn't done a bad job with the last couple of rain events, but it may be a little bit difficult to get that much moisture in place by Saturday evening. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to call it a storm chance late. It's not a great chance, but we're still going to watch it. We may up that chance as we get more and more information in. We'll carry that over into your Sunday as isolated storms, maybe during the early part of the day, but even as we get to 90 degrees by the afternoon, we could have that isolated storm chance. Want to make that aware for your weekend because we know you have weekend plans, especially if they're going to be outdoors. We want to let you know about that. I would like to see increased rain chances so we don't get too terribly dry here. I just don't want them to come on the weekend here when you may have outdoor plans. After that, the rain chance is looking very slim as we've got dry conditions, temperatures near 90, give or take a couple degrees either side of that. But overnight lows not too bad either. 60s for the most part, although many locations are going to be able to drop down into the upper 50s. Very quickly, if we have a chance to look at traffic, let's go to that. To show you overall, not too bad. Couple of concerns that we've been watching here. 465 northbound on the east side. By the way, that earlier incident on 70 westbound towards the city, that has been remedied, although it's going to take some time for the volume to continue to ease just a bit. But 465 northbound on the east side as you approach all of that construction that we've continued to see ongoing. Look at the traffic on the left side of your screen. That is traveling northbound, and it's going to be pretty much a standstill as you're trying to approach Interstate 69 with all of the construction that's ongoing there. Let's also take you to where we have more construction. How about Interstate 65 southbound past the South Split? We continue to see the concerns, although today it is a little bit more of the northbound traffic. That's on the right side of your screen heading northbound towards the city. That's where we're seeing a little bit more substantial backup compared to what we normally see because of the ongoing construction past the South Split all the way down to Interstate 465.